if it wasn't for the rain, as I'm digging this bed, what I'll find is dehydrated soil and roots from previous plants, especially silver beet. That's what they do. Now, I've not given up on this bed, but I've got so many beds here. I don't want to keep planting tomatoes and lettuce in these beds and keep struggling with them to see if they can grow or not grow and everything else that goes wrong with them. So I've decided to go with something a little bit more resilient in it, and that's horseradish. For those who haven't grown horseradish, well, I can assure you, once you've got it in your garden bed, it's almost like mint, if not worse than mint. You can't get rid of it, because this stuff here will spread like wildfire. Well, not quite like wildfire, but eventually will take over the entire garden bed. It is a great plant to have in your garden, but away from, you know, more delicate plants that have smaller root systems. You can see, look at that, it's already pushing through the base of this pot. Renaissance herbs grow these. They're great. You'll find them at your local garden centres. It's part of it derives from the mustard family, and it's a great complement, especially in Asian dishes, but it's always mixed in with chilies, wasabi as well, ginger. So they're the sort of herbs, condiments that are used in the kitchen cuisine, whether it's Asian or even European. We love horseradish. You can grate it, you can stick it in your soups. It's quite spicy, and I don't want to destroy these roots, but then again, this will grow into its own righteous plant. Now, we eat the roots of the plant. I haven't really tried the foliage. I don't know if anybody else has. Love to hear from you if you have. I'm going to try and pull this out without bugger it. Yeah, I'll get them out without destroying it. Now, this is going straight into this bed. There we are. Let's have a look at this. Now, it's been in this pot for, I reckon, close to a year. And I've kept it on the dry side. It's been sitting out in the rain. Look at that. See what's happening here? This is how they grow. They sucker up from the base of the roots, even from the top here as well. So all these are little plants. And that's going to show, that's just a small indication of what's going to happen to this bed. Eventually, this bed will be covered in it. So once this takes hold of this soil here, sandy loam soil, quite average soil. I haven't done any top dressing for a while. I have on that side. And by the time this takes over, all these plants are coming out. And even the strawberries, I reckon, you know, but they'll last you at least another 6 months to a year. But that's going right here, not quite in the middle. It'll grow out this way, maybe grow out a little bit that way. Either way, if it grows in the wrong direction and I need to fill in spaces, all you need to do is divide it. Dig some up, take one of the rhizomes here and separate it. I can almost do that now, if you want to see what it looks like. Here we go. We can separate these. There's 2, 3, 4, there's lots of plants here, there's not just one. I mean, it starts off as a plant, but then it multiplies as it grows, and you just separate them as you need to. There you go, there's one. I'll stick that over there, and we can stick another one. I'll just take these little babies. I'll stick them over here. Now look what you made me do. Now I've got to do more planting. I was practicing the lazy gardener here, folks. Anyway, so this is going to go straight there like that. Bury it. Very little attention, just a little bit of water. Make sure to hydrate it, and obviously make sure to mulch it. And this is going to need a top dressing of mulch, and I'm just saving these little ones here. As small as they are, they're tough as nails, folks. Look at that. Look at that. I'll keep it down there for you. Look at the size of that root there. One big taproot, and that will just multiply and multiply. So I'm just going to cluster plant these, because I don't really need to worry about this spreading, because it'll do it on its own. Even if I just bury that in the soil like that, that will find its way up. Yeah, the soil's nice and soft because we've had so much rain. That's all that needs, and let's not forget this one here. Just pop that in there like that. There you go. Last time I did this in the garden bed like that, it was about 1.5 years later before this plant had taken over the entire garden bed. It was fantastic because we would dig up a little bit at a time and we never ran out of it. So if you like it a little bit spicy, consider some horseradish in the garden bed that you otherwise are struggling to grow anything else. Check out our website, vasilisgarden.com. From me, Vasily, Maresi.